Hi everyone, I'm Aphinya and this is Aphinya Yoga. First and foremost, I want to tell you that this channel is dedicated to help you and myself to stay or find our way back to our own health and happiness. If you're new, welcome. I am so grateful that we have opportunity to connect. And for any one of you who are regulars here, I am deeply, deeply honored. Thank you for keep showing up for yourself. The reason I want to hop in with this video because I just ran into an experience that is doesn't happen once. It happens so regularly. Let me paint the picture for any one of you that is not in the cold climate. Is that here in Rochester, New York, we have a steady cold weather for the first January, really cold, really dark. It just make my joy achy every single morning. The more achy I feel, the heavier I also feel. It's just like, oh my God, another day, another day, another day. When am I going to see the sunlight? That is the story, and this is one of the fire that people who live in this area has to fight with, and we know that we need to not let it into us, but sometimes it does, and many times it actually does. It's just like, oh damn, man. I actually prepped my bag to go to the gym last night. This morning when I woke my daughter up, it feel like it took forever to get myself out of the bed, prep her bento box. And while I'm doing it, I heard in the back of my head, it's just like, yeah, I just don't want to go to the gym. I take a deep I did take a deep breath and I just like kind of be aware of that thought and did not mentally react to anything of it. Drop my door off and just go to the gym. And while I actually drove to the gym, I just had a conversation with myself. I hear you. I heard what you say. But let me take you to the gym first, Aphinya. Let do what I have planned for you to do. And at the end of it, it turned out that you're right. That feeling of don't want to go to the gym is seem to kind of give you some insights about something, then we can talk about it. Okay. So I did everything that I planned to do and it came out of it feeling awesome. Of course, I kind of shut that negative voice in my head out of the picture for today. So this is what each and every one of us has to fight every single day. To the way I handle myself is this: I take myself out from my mind, and I imagine that opinion has this like positive opinion, negative opinion, or an angel opinion and evil opinion sit on my shoulder, and it just talk into my ears. I vividly see this picture because I saw, the mimic of this image in a movie, in the cartoon. So I can just kind of make that story up and hear those two opinions that sit on my shoulder keep talking to my ears, and I am in the center and the one who is going to make a decision from these two opinions. And of course, by leaning toward positive or angel opinion for so many years, I tend to go toward her first. And this is what important that we have to learn to, first and foremost, if you have a dream and desire to keep yourself healthy and happy, and you have a lot of fight going on in your own thought, you have to find some skill or technique that help you to separate who you are from the thought. You can use my example, like have those good thoughts on one shoulder, negative thought on the shoulders, and let them talk into you. And you are in the center, be the person who make the choice. And you make the choice. Most often is that we allow ourselves to attach to that thought so closely, like attached to the feeling of like, oh, it is like, oh my God, it just feels so heavy. It feels so tiring to just get up and go. It feels so real. But you know what? When I got out from the gym, I was just gone. It's like, to me, it's not the feeling in the body per se, but the hormone in the body kind of moving around, and it has an effect in the body. So what do we need to do is that, like, when we move, when we exercise, we change the hormone in the body into more like a positive and happy hormone, and that's why we feel different. So we have to learn to not buy into the story that is so negative and take us away from that one step forward to our own health and happiness. I share this with you because I would love you to have your own perfect, the best health and happiness that you can have. But the thing is, I cannot just hand it to you. You have to work your pajamas, work your tail off to get it yourself. And you have to really be willing to, you know, hear the thoughts and don't let them take control of your decision. Okay? I hope you give it a try, and I hope you try it again and again. Well, the thing is that I understand that sometimes that noise that we try to understand, we try to make sure that we listen to it, because sometimes it's a very intuitive message, and we have to learn, okay, where is it exactly is the real voice that we need to listen to. When is the intuitive? When is the ego? And this dance between the two is this. I feel like when it just doesn't sit well in your gut, those noise is something that you can just ignore it. Or if it says something like don't do it, and you just feel like it just feels right, it's a feeling of the body, it feels right, then you listen to it. But when it just feels like it has some resistance within you, maybe you should move a little inch to see the result of that moving forward and see how that is. Or let's say, like today, from my situation, I really hear this subconscious noise. Oh my God, I just feel so tired and don't want to go. However, every single time from my experience, getting out from exercise, walking away from the gym, I always feel better. So I allow myself to go to the gym and wait for the answer. And if the answer is, do you see what I said was right? Then I will listen next time. Right? Because it's just no bad consequence. It's just a matter of like, okay, it's reassure my feeling or I feel better. But when I walk away from the gym, I just feel more relaxing, all the joints are loose, the muscles are relaxed, and all the aches and pains kind of not with me right now. Then I said to myself, see, I know that is, I kind of make you feel a little confused right now for some of you who just kind of in the battle of like have to push through these negative thoughts, and your body feels so heavy. I mean, the weight just like push you down, and you can't like have one step in front of the other. It just seems so much work. However, those noise cannot just have a win over you day after days, because when you become more unhealthier, and you start to get sicker, it just nowhere to go from there. And then you know that you need to exercise, you need to eat healthy. But if you don't fight with those negative noise of yours and say to yourself, okay, I'm not going to listen to you today, I'm going to eat kale today, I'm going to eat green leaf. It doesn't taste good, it's going to take some time, so what? I know it's good for me. Take good care of your health. Take good care of your happiness. this journey is not something that it look like a rainbow and roses on the path. It's always a fight against a lot of things out there. However, your fight will worth the fight, because when you really have your health and happiness kind of under your belt, you will, your future will thank you for it. I see you next time, everybody. Namaste.